Thank you so much for stopping by General Patton's Bushcraft and Self-Reliance on YouTube. I appreciate everything you do for the channel and all your support. Well, hello, YouTube. Steve Patton with General Patton Bushcraft friends. I'm back out in the wilderness, back out in the woods up in northern Arizona. It feels so good to be back out here in nature, back out in the bush, friends. Today I'm going to do a video for y'all. I'm going to try to do 2 or 3, maybe 4 different tarp shelter setups. The first one, the simple one. Number 1, let's do the lean-to. We'll do it between these 3 trees right here, but number 1, the lean-to. Stay with me. Okay friends, all we're going to do is just take this tarp and we're going to fold it in half. I've tied a ridge line up with some paracord between these two trees. I want to have my ridge line about waist high. I'm 6'2". I'm going to put the ridge line about waist high. That way it's low enough to where I have some backdrop, but yet still high enough to where I can get in and out of it easy. Here we go. Number one, the lean-to. Put your tarp over the ridge line at about the halfway point. On this tarp here, I have these grommets, these tie-out points at the halfway point. I know that's half of my tarp. Just going to stretch that out there. We're going to grab these 4 stakes. We carved these out. Let's go around to the back side. We'll use 2 of these and let's stake out the back side. Let's grab these 2 corners. Put these 2 corners together. Let's put a stake through here, through both of them. Take our camp axe. Grab the 2 corners of our other side. Marry them up. Let's put a stake through there. And pull it tight. All right, friends, there you have it. That's the first tarp shelter setup. Number one, the lean-to. Just a simple ridge line, about waist high off the ground. I got 3 stakes, staking the backside down. The rain is going to stay off of me. It's quick to set up. I could get my gear in here out of the rain, out of the sun. Fast to set up. Number one, the lean-to. Okay, friends, from the lean-to, we're going to transition into the simple A-frame. Let's grab our 4 stake. Grab our 4 stakes and our hammer, our camp hatchet. First off, let's take this corner, stake it out. Grab another stake. it out. Let's go to the other side. We'll grab this corner. Let's get it around this branch. Pull it tight. Get one of our stakes. Go in through the tie out. Grab this corner. Tighten it up. We'll put the stake in here. Tighten it up. There's our A-frame. Alright friends, there you have it. There's the A-frame, super simple tarp setup. Tarp setup number 2. Transition right off of the old lean-to into the A-frame. I can get my gear in here, my sleep system. I can have a fire at one end. I can close off this end here if I wanted to with some debris. There's plenty of dead, fallen trees out here that I could use if I wanted to close that up. But here's the A-frame. Plenty of room in here for 2 people and all the gear. Okay friends, the third and final configuration we're going to do is called the envelope. What we need to do is run our ridge line through our grommets or our tie-off points on the very edge. So I'm going to take this leading edge, and I'm going to take my existing ridge line and I'm going to run it through these tie-outs, or if your tarp has a grommet. But I'm just going to run my ridge line through these, feed it through on one end. This is a square tarp. I forget the measurements of this tarp, friends. It comes in metric. I'm not good at metric, so I have to look it up. Put it in the description. But I'm going to run my tarp, my tie outs, through my ridge line like so, and then I'm going to go back to the tree, and I'm going to tie this one up a little bit higher than waist high, just a little bit higher. Okay. Now we're going to go to the back side and stake it off. Let's put our stake through here. Pull it tight. Drive it in. Let's go around to the front. Let's grab our other 2 stakes. Pull this tight. Stake this off. In the last corner. Okay, friends, there you have the envelope. And on the envelope configuration, you get a floor in your tarp setup, which makes it really, really nice. The envelope, I got my roof, I got a floor, I can get a nice bonfire going right here for warmth, get my gear in. I'm out of the elements. Super easy to set up, super quick, super fun. Tarp setup number 3, the envelope. All right, friends, there you have it. 3 tarp configurations, 3 tarp shelters, 3 tarp setups. Most importantly, you gotta have a tarp in your kit. You need to have a big tarp, nice big tarp like this one in your backpack, in your go bag. There's a lot you can do with it. I showed you the lean-to, I showed you the A-frame, and here's the envelope with the floor in the bottom of your shelter. All right. Hit the description, the link in the description box. If you feel so inclined, you like these videos, you can buy me a coffee. Also, check out my book list. I got a few books released now. Super excited, super stoked about the books. I want to get those books into your hands. They're chock full of a lot of information. You need to get those books. All right, friends. Thanks for stopping by the channel. I appreciate everything you do for the channel. All your views, all your likes, all your shares. Most importantly, all your comments. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about these configurations of these tarp shelters. And as always, give your life to Christ. Do it today. Don't wait. And as always, God is good. God is great. I see y'all on the next video. Already got a date.